Hello and welcome back, my fellow gamers. This is DZ Devil Gamer Plays. We're going to be going ahead and continuing on with our story here as Mr. Cole Hunter. So last time we left off, we had gone over to Rosewood and came back with some axes. We also hit the police station and had grabbed some gear and some weapons. However, since that time, I was messing around with the mods on my game because I couldn't figure out why I could not pick up large stones. And apparently one of the mods was keeping it so I could uncover large stones. So I had to remove a whole bunch of my mods that were on, and in doing so, I accidentally removed the SWAT mod and the Build 42 weapons mod, which basically removed all the gear that I had on my person, as well as the weapons. So yeah, I don't have them anymore. So it's unfortunate, but that's what I have to work with. I can't do anything about it. So, in that being said, we're going to go ahead and get ready to head out. So we do have our baseball bat on us, but it's really in bad shape. I don't know how many more hits I'm going to get out of it. I might have to switch to the crowbar here. But I also have the axe that I can use. So we're going to go ahead, and one of my thoughts was this series now is I want to head back down towards Muldraugh. It's going to be a little bit of a drive to get down there and back. But the reason I want to go there is because I want to see if I can hit the both the video store, see if I can get some of the woodworking videos, and I need to hit the bookstore to see if I can find some carpentry books or something to help get my carpentry up. So that is our mission at the moment. If I have time, I may just stay down there overnight, find some place to just chill out and park the car. And maybe we will go and hit the police station as well. It just depends on how much time we have. It takes a while to get down there from where we're at, so it may not be possible to do all that in one episode, but we will give it a shot. Yeah, I tried thinking of where else I could go currently to get books. I don't really think there's anything else close by. I could go up towards Echo Creek to that one school place. However, that school place in itself, last time I was there in the last series, was full of zombies, and I almost got killed twice, and that was with gear on. And being I don't have any gear on to protect myself now, I don't know that I'd want to do that. Because last time I was there, I got bit in the stomach and on the hand. And I have no way to protect myself. Both my hands, I have no gloves or anything currently on. So, yeah, I don't know that I want to do that. But we're going to try and head back. I think this is going to be our best solution to the problem. Let me just check the map real quick. I think... So, hold on. So, we are up here. So, Muldraugh is down there, or we could go towards Brandenburg, which I don't know that would be any closer. I still think the Muldraugh is probably the fastest, only because I already know that the street there is it's full of zombies. But I think I could probably do the whole swap out this car for another car. I saw plenty of cars down there, and because I have the easy access setting on, I should be able to get into most of the cars, and they'll probably all have keys. So with that being said, I'll probably be able, as long as the car starts, we'll be able to just jump in a car and just mow zombies down with it, and clear the path. So I think that's going to be what I'm going to do. I think so. We'll see. Just depends on how quickly I get tired, too, because it's such a long drive that there's a good chance that I'm probably going to have to sleep in the car before I get there, because it might take a full 2 hours to drive down there, maybe longer. I'm just hitting the highway now, and I have to traverse the entire highway all the way down until I get past Rosewood to Muldraugh and past the crossroads. Now, I could also go to the school in Rosewood, but I just don't know that the school's going to have as many books as the bookstore there in Muldraugh might have. Plus there's not a video store there. I can hit that video store and I could possibly end up getting, 2 or 3 videos for carpentry. I have one right now, but if I could get a couple of the books too, plus the videos, it'd be perfect. Because I think right now my carpentry skills are just almost at 3. Which 1 book and 2 videos will put me over the 3 mark, I would think. So I would just need the carpentry 2 book. Let's zoom this out a little bit more. So I know how much closer I am. It's such a long drive. I just need to have some little kids in the back going, "Are we there yet?" Alright, so we should be coming up on the... I think this is the exit to the Irvington area, I think. The next spot we come up to should be Rosewood. I would actually like to hit the police station to see if I could get some gear. I did say originally when I started out down there that I was going to swing into the police station to see how my fellow officers were doing, and I never did that, so... we might try to make it happen. If we can hit the bookstore and the video store really fast, we might be able to swing in time. And also hit the... hit the police station as well. Oh, let's drive. Well, the semi-good news is at least I don't have like helicopter event or anything else like that happening anymore. It's already done and over with. Ooh, it's a good thing I stayed on this side of the road. If I would have stayed in the middle there, that would have hurt. I would have ran right into that. And I was going like 90 miles an hour too. That would have probably killed me. Come on down to Funky Town. Let's shake your groove thing, oh. Hello, zombies. Why there's so many of you guys out here? Kind of a weird spot to be hanging out. Are we there yet? The only thing that would make this perfect is if I found a Humvee. That would be perfect, because then I could upgrade that to allow me for more storage. Because I did find a book for the Humvee. So that would allow me to upgrade. Which would be fairly sweet. All right. You know what? I have an idea. Hold on. Being I don't want this vehicle to get ruined, and there is a perfectly good van over here, I think. I might park this vehicle right next to the van and take the van out to go do the smash and grab. Why not? It just makes sense. That way I could drive into the horde on my way instead of having to stop and find another vehicle. This way I might be able to clear the horde right in front of the book place and the video store in one shot. Well, not if I do that. Alright, so let me see. So that's the diner. That's the restaurant. So this next turn should be the video store. Alright, there's tons of zombies on that end. And that's the bookstore. Although there are plenty of cars here. So I might be able to pull this off and use the cars to do the damage here. Holy police station. Come on, station wagon. Let's go do your thing. All right, so how's it looking? It's a lot of cops. All right. Swing back around, see what kind of damage we can do. Let's drop this vehicle off over here in this parking lot too. All right, engine's about to go. Let's try the other one. All right, engine's not looking terrible on this one. Let's see what we can do with this one. We got to keep the engine running, that's the thing. Come on. You know, all these cops here, I just realized there's going to be all kinds of guns and ammo laying on the ground after I'm done running over all these guys. Come on, loop-de-loop. Let's go for an upgrade in the vehicle size, shall we? Well, the good news is I've cleared out a good bit of that police station already. Yeah, engine's starting to get there. Are there any other vehicles over here that I could swap out for? I don't think there were. I don't think there was anything over at the diner. Got another truck. So we clearly have access to the video store already. Come on, zombies. Like, how many more swipes and passes do I gotta make? I think I've already made like 5, 6, 7 passes with different cars. Now we'll roll up the road here and grab this car here. All right. I'm going to call that enough damage for the evening. I'll roll down here. We're going to head on down the road. I needed a drink. Should have grabbed an extra water bottle or something. Just need a drink. Disposable lighter, paper napkin. Everything but a drink. You know, this was my old vehicle here. Did I leave anything in here? No. Ah. Alright, I at least know I have food in here. What I need is water. Oh, let's think. All right, let's set an alarm. Let's sleep. All right, let's head back and see what kind of damage we could do now. Run into the diner real quick. Get a drink. All right. So I'm no longer thirsty. Let's eat an egg. Or two. I don't know why I'm tired already. I literally just slept. It makes no sense that I'd have the tire moodle. Oh, so a bunch of those guys are going this way. Alright, let's put this in here. Alright, let's eat the egg. Alright, let's get to it. Should just raid the bookstore here. And we'll be good. So I believe I've killed most of the zombies in passing with the cars. I don't think there's too many left. I'm not venturing into the police station because I don't feel like there's any need to. I mean, the only thing I'm going to find in there is maybe guns. I already found a bunch of SWAT gear on the dead zombies outside, which would be probably one of the main reasons I would go in there anyway, would be to find SWAT gear. And since so many of the SWAT members came outside during the drive-bys I was doing, I don't know that I'm going to mess around with it. So we're just going to kind of loop over in front of the bookstore, make our way inside. I don't anticipate there being too many zombies around. I already broke the glass, I think. So I'm just literally going to just turn the vehicle. We'll shut it off so it's not running. We don't draw any undue attention. And we'll see what we could find in here real quick. There's a good chance there might be a zombie in this room. And there's a good chance there could be a couple zombies in this room. No. So he's probably in the other room. On the other side. Which is perfect. As long as he isn't over here. So. Good news is I don't think there's going to be any zombies even anywhere around here. Ooh, another bucket. Never pass up on the bucket. Backpacks. Satchels with just regular books. Alright, what we need is crafting books. If it isn't a crafting book, I don't want it. So, we should have already grabbed a Mechanics 2, Mechanics 4. That's it. Nothing on that side. Great. So, agriculture and some foraging books. First aid book. Tailorings. And then any dupes we find, we'll ditch before we leave. Alright, what else? So really, I don't think I'm seeing a whole lot of books here that I don't already have. Not really as much as I thought there were going to be. Let's get rid of any duplicates I picked up. I don't really need to be weighing myself down with duplicates. And some of these I feel like I already have. I'm pretty certain I have all the mechanics books already, so those are probably duplicates. Alright, so we're going to call this... we're going to head back and then call this episode what it was. I mean, it was successful. We got everything we needed. We didn't die. Trashed a lot of cars to get it done, and you know, not a super great way to kill zombies, but little effort, a lot of reward. Oh wait, that's right, there was a zombie over by the bench that had a bag. I wanted to check. I don't know if he's still over here or not. I thought there was one that had a duffel bag. He did have a duffel bag with nothing in it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll get better guns eventually. I'm not really going to worry about the guns at the moment. There's tons of places I can find other guns. I would say this was more important about the books, and the other things. I don't think I saw a single carpentry book though, which is kind of upsetting, but I did get several of the survival tapes, as well as a couple of the woodcraft ones, so hopefully between those I should get at least enough XP to reach level 3. I'll just keep watching them until I reach level 3. It stops you once you reach level 3 anyway, so we're gonna drive all this stuff back. Probably should get out and dump this in the back of the car real quick. It's all not weighing me down. I don't think my character's meant to hold, 12 books on his person. And forth with the cars. I wasn't talking a whole lot through it. It was just kind of monotonous, just running back and forth over top of zombies. Not how I would have liked to have killed them. I would have liked to have just gotten out and manhandled them, but my equipment that I have is not the best at the moment. I only have a half-broken baseball bat, and I'm not an axe man, so the axe really wouldn't have done me any good killing them with the axe. So I really don't have any other long, blunt weapons on me except for the crowbar, and I don't want to waste it killing the zombies. So anyway, this is more of a building and going out and getting stuff kind of series anyway. But for right now, I mean, minus me having to delete some mods, it's currently working-ish. Like I said, the whole mods were affecting the ability to pick up large stones was an interesting change, because that hasn't happened in any of the other playthroughs. I could only pick up the stones, and it was definitely the mods, because I literally had the same weight on my person, same everything, and I just stood there, turned the mod on, turned the mod off, and it wouldn't let me pick them up. So it's definitely was the mod affecting it. And it was kind of a weird way for a mod to affect it too, because it was just the common sense mod, which allows you to use pry bars on windows and doors. So I don't know why that would affect being able to pick up a large stone in the ground, but I don't know. I'm not a modder. I couldn't tell you. Maybe something in the code conflicted with the current version of the game. Yeah, so that was the mod causing all the problems, at least in this version of the game. And unfortunately, me doing that caused me to lose all that SWAT gear that I just went and got back. from my run down here. In fact, I think I got probably 3 or 4 times what I originally had coming down here, because I think I got duplicates of some of this stuff. The only thing I didn't get back was the SWAT jacket that I had in previous builds. I don't know if it's not in this one. Maybe the vest for it just isn't spawning on the zombies, so maybe it'll be in one of the lockers maybe eventually when I get down there and get a chance to clear all that mess. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know, but that's one of the things that I'll have to look into. But even then, you don't need that. You can use, there's other gear you could put on. The main one that you get from those is the neck pads, the knee pads, the shoulder pads, things like that that cover you up pretty good. You know, a regular jacket with a denim shirt on its own provides a good bit of padding. Eventually, we'll go hit the gun store over there with the millions of zombies guarding it. And we'll get all the guns and ammo and things we need from there. It's right down that road, and it's not too far from our location. So that'll be a planned event. It'll probably have to be like a couple-day thing. I might even have to sleep and come back a couple times to clear them out. Especially if I don't want to cheese it and use the vehicles. If I want to legitimately, you know, mow them down with my weapons, that's what I'll have to do. But I know I want to get my... Whoa! Just passed my turn again. I know I want to get my carving up. It's one of my things so that I can... so that I can carve bats and things like that. And I know how to do that. You just basically do the plank trick. So we'll do that in that run. And I think that'll be fine. This video is going to have a lot of editing. So you'll see the time things going to jump around between me sleeping and going back and running over more zombies. I think I was down there, I think, for a full 2 days or 2.5 days. To get that done. That police station was just jam-packed with zombies. They just kept pouring out of it. And part of it was, I think they were coming actually from the neighborhood behind the police station. I noticed that they were kind of filtering in into the back lot behind the police station and then coming through the front doors. They were progressing along the fence line until they got to the front. And they would go to the least resistance, was where the zombies had knocked down the door in the back. So they were using the door in the back to go through the police station. So that's why there were so many, as they were coming from the neighborhood also. And I'm pretty sure I only have the population set on high. I don't have it set on, you know, extremely high or super high or anything, so I don't really know why there's so many in that one particular spot. I know it has to do with loot rarity, or not loot, the type of loot that's part of the thing, the changes they made is there's more zombies in areas where there's more loot, and I would assume, I guess, the police station would be considered a place with a lot of loot, so that's probably why there were so many there. But, you know, it is what it is. We got what we needed. Eventually going to need to get more metal sheets. So we'll probably make another trip down to the crossroads to break down some of those cars. We'll probably make a trip over north of here to Echo Creek to look for empty propane tanks from gas grills and stuff, or not empty ones but full ones, so we can refill our propane torches in order to do that, because we're gonna need a lot of metalworking if we're gonna do any of the off-grid metalworking work and building and things. Eventually I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna chop down all these trees and then use my truck to transport all the logs up towards the base. That'll be probably something I'll do offline also, is I'll do some road maintenance here and get rid of all these trees that are really close to the road, so that there's no chance that I sideswipe them or something. And the only way I'm going to do that is to just use the truck and probably spend a couple days going back and forth, loading up logs in the back of the truck and bringing them towards the base. But that's it, I think. For now, I'm going to call the episode here. This is DZ Devil Gamer Plays, and hope you like this episode, and subscribe if you like it. I know that you're probably not going to like that I use the cars to kill the zombies, but I don't think too many other people would have done anything differently, especially if you were trying to get all the information and all the materials that I wanted in one shot. So, all right, see you in the next episode. Bye.